Jimmy Uso costs Jey Uso his match against Roman Reigns at WWE SummerSlam. Rules of engagement rumored to happen on SmackDown. Alexa Bliss pregnancy look. Finn Balor never getting a WWE push. Seth Rollins discusses Cody Rhodes. Dominik Mysterio hangs out with former WWE rival. Has Roman Reigns ever pinned Jey Uso in WWE? Let's jump right into it. 5 rules of engagement rumored to happen on SmackDown. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso will discuss the rules of engagement on SmackDown this week. The segment was booked after main event. Jey challenged the Tribal Chief to put the undisputed WWE Universal Championship on the line during their confrontation 2 weeks ago. Their match for SummerSlam hasn't been made official, but WWE is already advertising it on its YouTube channel. The title bout will likely be made official after the two superstars set their rules of engagement on SmackDown this Friday. For those wondering, rules of engagement is just a WWE term for the stipulation. With that in mind, let's look at the 5 possible stipulations the two superstars could agree upon on the July 21, 2023 episode of the Blue Brand. Number 1. No Solo Sikoa or Jimmy Uso at ringside. Solo Sikoa has helped Roman Reigns retain his title on multiple occasions. Jimmy Uso, meanwhile, has had his brother's back since day one, though fans think he may cost Jey the undisputed WWE Universal Championship match against the Tribal Chief at SummerSlam. This Friday, a possible rule of engagement on SmackDown could lead to Solo Sikoa and Jimmy Uso getting banned from ringside at SummerSlam. With that said, Jimmy might not even make it to Detroit because of the assault he went through at the Tribal Court 2 weeks ago on SmackDown. Number 2. No DQ stipulation. Roman Reigns and Jey Uso have had gimmick matches in the past. The two famously squared off under I Quit rules inside Hell in a Cell at the namesake Premium Live event on October 25, 2020. That particular match solidified Reigns' position as the head of the table. The two superstars could agree to another gimmick match for SummerSlam. Jimmy's injury at the hands of Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa could cause Jey to demand a no disqualification stipulation for the much-anticipated match at SummerSlam 2023. Number 3. Last man standing gets the win. Roman Reigns has emerged as the last man standing against opponents bigger than him in the past. He buried the Big Show under the announcer's desk in their last man standing match at Extreme Rules 2015. The Tribal Chief recreated the spot with Brock Lesnar in their wild encounter at SummerSlam 2022. Given his obvious advantage in that match type, Roman Reigns might set the rules of engagement for SummerSlam to be a last man standing match. The Tribal Chief should not overlook that the man he'll be facing at the biggest party of the summer also has a massive advantage over him. Number 4. Special guest referee as part of rules of engagement. Sometimes it takes a special enforcer to make the right call, or in WWE's case, the wrong decision. The rivalry between Roman Reigns and Jey Uso is personal and has already caused Inoue family members to pick sides. The rules of engagement segment on SmackDown could see both men agree to a special guest referee for the match. The special enforcer could be this member of the Inoue family, or someone picked through fan vote. Number 5. No future title shot for Jey Uso. Jey Uso has never won a singles title, let alone a world championship, in his WWE career. He can make that happen when he takes on Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. However, the cold and calculated Tribal Chief might force his cousin to accept a stipulation wherein he won't be able to challenge for the world title as long as Roman Reigns holds it. It remains to be seen what rules of engagement Roman Reigns and Jey Uso will announce as they meet face-to-face on SmackDown this week. Alexa Bliss pregnancy look. WWE superstar Alexa Bliss has shared another update mere days after revealing her baby's gender. Little Miss Bliss has been out of action for some time now due to her pregnancy. She is having her first child with Ryan Cabrera and recently announced that she's having a girl. Alexa Bliss has been posting occasional mirror selfies for a while now, showing off her baby bump. In her new Instagram story, Bliss shared another baby bump update with the following caption. Getting a bit rounder these days, Bliss hasn't stepped foot in the ring since she lost a Raw Women's title match to Bianca Belair at this year's Royal Rumble event. Her fans would have to be patient when it comes to seeing her in the ring again. In a recent interview with The Messenger, Bliss revealed that she is in no hurry to return. Here's her full comment. I probably won't bounce back as fast as I hope, she shared. I'm going to get to working out and doing all that stuff and get to where I need to be, to have time. I'll have the first fundamental months with the baby before thinking about trying to rush back to work. Alexa Bliss has been one of the most popular superstars on the main roster since her debut in 2016. She has done quite well for herself in WWE over the years, but has mostly worked as a mid-card act since late 2018. The last time she held a major singles women's title was at SummerSlam 2018, where she suffered a loss to Ronda Rousey. Little Miss Bliss is due to give birth to her girl in December. It remains to be seen how long it will take for her to make her return to WWE following the arrival of her baby. Do you miss Alexa Bliss on WWE TV? Sound off in the comment section below. Finn Balor never getting a WWE push. Former WWE writer Vince Russo believes Vince McMahon would never push Finn Balor to the moon owing to his physique. Though Triple H remains in control of WWE's creative, McMahon returned as the executive chairman of the board earlier this year. Several reports have also indicated that he still has a say in the company's creative direction. Despite this, WWE's product has improved drastically in the last few months, and the promotion regularly sells out all its weekly shows and premium live events. On Sportskeeda Wrestling's Writing with Russo, Vince Russo explained that until McMahon is involved in WWE, he would never push someone like Finn Balor. Russo added that even though Shawn Michaels also had a similar physique as Balor back in the day, his habit of standing up to Vince McMahon served him well. Here's the bottom line. When you got a guy the size of Finn and you have Vince McMahon, Finn ain't going nowhere. You gotta understand. Shawn Michaels went places because Shawn Michaels got up in Vince McMahon's face. Shawn Michaels would tell Vince to f off, and in a weird sort of way, Vince respected that. When you got Finn Balor, what do you think Vince McMahon would do with someone like Finn Balor? Said Vince Russo. Though Russo thinks Vince McMahon might be hesitant to push Finn Balor, the Judgment Day member currently finds himself in a great spot in the company. The 41-year-old performer is all set to challenge Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam 2023 on August 5th. Balor had also challenged the Messiah at Money in the Bank 2023, where he fell short of winning. However, Finn Balor now seems much more motivated, evidenced by his backstage segment with Rollins from this week's Raw. It'll also be interesting to see if Balor's Judgment Day stablemate, Damian Priest, who holds the MITB contract, attempts to cash in his briefcase at the show. Do you agree with Vince Russo's take on why Vince McMahon may never push Finn Balor? Sound off in the comments section below. Seth Rollins discusses Cody Rhodes. WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins recently shared his take on Cody Rhodes' comments of them, both vying to be the face of Raw. In a recent interview, the American Nightmare claimed that he and Rollins were in a race to become the face of the Red brand. He mentioned that both stars were top babyfaces and were constantly trying to one-up each other positively for the company. Rollins was at the WWE panel at San Diego Comic-Con this year. During an interview with comicbook.com, he agreed with Cody, stating that several stars are trying to be the face of Raw. He claimed that it was a good thing for the fans and business as a whole, having so many wrestlers at the peak of their strengths. I think he's absolutely correct. I think there's a lot of guys who would argue that they're the faces of Monday Night Raw. Cody would be one of them. Drew McIntyre just returned. He'd love to be one of them. You got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn as tag team champion, who main evented one of the nights of WrestleMania this year. It would have an argument. I think that's what's gonna make Monday Night Raw very exciting for a very long time to come. You've got so many guys at the top of their game vying for the top spot, said Rollins. The World Heavyweight Championship will be on the line as Seth Rollins will take on his longtime rival Finn Balor at the biggest event of the summer. Things came to a head this past Monday night when the two stars sat face to face during a backstage segment. Balor claimed he would remain bitter until he took the title off Rollins. The visionary urged Finn to do something or get out of his face. Balor pretended to leave but then returned to assault the champ. Later, WWE announced that the two stars would meet at SummerSlam with the fate of the heavyweight championship hanging in the balance. Do you think Seth Rollins will retain the title at SummerSlam? Let us know in the comments section below. Dominik Mysterio hangs out with former WWE rival. WWE superstar Dominik Mysterio was seen taking a mirror selfie with the former rival. Dom is currently on cloud 9 as he recently defeated Wesley to win the NXT North American Championship. His win was unique as this was the first time he won a singles title in WWE. Dominik Mysterio was recently spotted taking a mirror selfie with Austin Theory. While Theory was taking the selfie, the former made an obscene gesture at the camera. Dominik has been a regular act on the main roster for about 4 years. He began wrestling in 2020 and hasn't looked back since then. So far, Dominik has faced Theory on 3 occasions in singles WWE matches and lost everyone. Dominik Mysterio has firmly established himself as one of the promotion's top heels. He appeared on Out of Character with Ryan Satin 2 years ago and discussed his WWE goals in detail. Most definitely. I think the long goal here, the end game, is to eventually take over the Rey Mysterio name. That's the legacy within it. He's Rey Mysterio. It's only right to make a junior traditionally in lucha culture and in Hispanic culture. That's tradition. That's what you do. I kind of just showed up and Dom Mysterio organically happened. Everything happened so fast. As for Austin Theory, the young gun hasn't impressed the WWE universe for quite some time now. He is the current United States champion on WWE SmackDown, and many fans have found his reign to be underwhelming. It seems likely that he will lose the US title shortly. Who will be a bigger star in WWE in the distant future between Theory and Dominik? Sound off with your comments below. Has Roman Reigns ever pinned Jey Uso in WWE? The rivalry between Roman Reigns and Jey Uso will reach a fever pitch on SmackDown tonight. The two superstars will come face to face to set their rules of engagement for a massive battle at SummerSlam 2023. Though the match hasn't been made official, WWE is still advertising it on their YouTube channel. But one half of the Usos has a massive advantage over his cousin that even the tribal chief might have not realized yet. Jey was the first WWE star to pin Roman Reigns clean. He also ended Reigns' undefeated streak after more than 1,000 days days at Money in the Bank. Of course, the champion holds a pinfall win over his cousin, but that was 10 years ago. Reigns hasn't been able to score a pinfall win over Jay since their match in 2013. Some fans may argue that the Tribal Chief defeated Jay the last time they took on each other in singles competition. Yes, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion beat the former Tag Team Champion in the 2 matches they had in 2020, but neither of the wins resulted from pinfall. In their first singles pay-per-view match in 2020 at Clash of Champions, Reigns won via technical knockout. He forced Jay to say, "I quit," by trapping Jimmy in a guillotine chokehold at Hell in a Cell on October 25, 2020. We previously discussed why Roman Reigns needs to be cautious of Jey Uso on the road to SummerSlam. The Tribal Chief will need to find a way to pin main event Jay to break the curse at SummerSlam 2023. SummerSlam 2023 will witness another epic encounter between 2 members of the Bloodline as Roman Reigns and Jey Uso battle for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. The match is likely to be made official on SmackDown. Fans could wonder which of the 2 proud performers has a better record at SummerSlam. The Tribal Chief has 5 wins and 1 loss at the biggest party of the summer. Main event Jay, meanwhile, is undefeated at SummerSlam with 4 wins. It remains to be seen what the 2 will say to each other on SmackDown this week. Jimmy Uso costs Jey Uso his match against Roman Reigns at WWE SummerSlam. Jey Uso is being backed by fans and critics alike to finally take down Roman Reigns at WWE SummerSlam. However, some believe that the former Tag Team Champion could end up falling short due to his twin brother Jimmy Uso turning on him. Jimmy kickstarted the collapse of the Bloodline at Night of Champions as he laid out Roman Reigns with multiple super kicks. However, the Tribal Chief got some retribution on SmackDown a couple of weeks back as he and Solo Sikoa took out Jimmy. Jay later avenged his brother's beatdown and demanded a title opportunity, which is most likely to take place at WWE's upcoming Premium Live event. While Jimmy is still out of action, a fan on Twitter pointed out that the star has always made his presence felt in the matches between Jay and Reigns. Many then replied that they expect the older twin to be present at SummerSlam, but cost Jey Uso the biggest match of his career. The Bloodline storyline is the most captivating story in WWE at the moment. There are a number of possible scenarios with Roman Reigns vs Jey Uso, most likely happening at SummerSlam 2023. Former WWE manager Dutch Mantel recently commented on the story, stating that Jimmy Uso could return from injury and turn on his brother to side with the former Shield member. Some of them may be considering it, but I don't know, and you don't know, and the fans don't know. That's the beauty of wrestling, we're all guessing. But I'm saying unless you just have to do it, because you got another brother out there too, who's tied into this. Jay is going head up against Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. The other brother, Jimmy Uso, is going to be involved, and something's going to happen. And it may not be what the fans want to happen. He continued, and he, Jimmy Uso, may be the one to screw his brother. Jey Uso and Roman Reigns have clashed in singles action before. Their matches came before the Bloodline became as powerful as it was before their implosion. The Tribal Chief defeated Jay in an I Quit Hell in a Cell match in 2020.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take